In this video, I'm going to be going over the December 2024 build of Primordialis. For those who are new and do not know what Primordialis is, it is a roguelike fish builder where you design your own fish, select cells, replace or build those cells, and create monstrosities to murder or go super fast. Anyway, let's get back to the video. First off, we have 5 new cells, which are the acid cell, link cell, vacuum cell, binding cell, and self-colliding cell. Some of those are pretty straightforward, but I'll do a quick showcase of them all right here. Number 1, the acid cell, sends out a plume of green gas around you that will damage things when they swim into it. Number 2, the ink cell, it sends out a plume of black gas stuff that when you swim into it, or when enemies swim into it, they will get massively limited vision. Number 4, vacuum cell, when electrically activated, it sends out a area where it will suck in nearby creatures. If you get more of them, the suction force will be stronger. It sucks in creatures, walls, you to walls. It also, I think, sucks in water particles. The linking cell. It's kind of like a feeler cell and a muscle cell had a child. When the cell feels something or touches something, it will activate. When it activates, it pulls in any other linking cells you have towards each other. It shows a little white thing of them pulling towards each other. And finally, the self-colliding cell. It's the name. It collides with itself. I love the little imagery of this. Most cells in this game, actually all cells except this cell, will just go through any other cells of you unless it's detached. This one will not. Anyway, we have more creatures from Keith. I don't know who Keith is, but they sound like a pretty cool guy. We have festive parasites. They are parasites that kind of look like Santa hats. Combo cell icon now changes based off the combined cell types, which is pretty cool. I like that. Having multiple combo cells is now possible, and combo cells can be used as part of other combo cells. So when you get a combo cell and you already have a combo cell, you can use the combo cells and a new cell to make 3-way combo cells. Or maybe if you get 3 combo cells. I'm gonna stop this here. Mutations that get imbued with cells now pick from your list of unlocked cells, and the UI for selecting imbued cells now appears around the mutation pickup when you select it. Basically, you can no longer get mutations with cells that you don't already own, and there's this cool little pop-up thing, and that is clearly separate from picking new cells. The total width of your health bar now scales logarithmically. The fill tool now works on enclosed empty regions, so before you could only fill in a specific cell, now you can fill in spaces if they're completely surrounded. The fill tool will now replace all cells of a given type when control is held down, regardless of connectivity. Meaning, if you have some hard cells over here and some hard cells over here and you want to replace them with speedy cells, you can hold down control and it'll fill them all with the new type of cell, no matter if they're connected or not. Cell buttons will try to return to their resting position when you bump them with another cell type button. Added move and delete tools to sandbox mode. Made creature spawn tool be able to spawn more than one of a creature at a time when you hold control. Added more team options for the team selection tool, including a none option which will make a creature enemies with all other creatures. The creature spawn tool will also use the selected team. Increases biomass storage of growth gating cells from 1 to 4. Particles from jet cells will now push other cells. Breakaway cells are back to being conductive and will always power neighboring cells when they are activated. Lightning from amp cells are now directed toward open sides instead of everywhere. Jet cells can now activate at lower voltages. Seek trigger cells now output voltage proportional to their distance from your mouse cursor, with full voltage output when at a distance of around 30% of your vision radius. Increased poison damage and reduced poison spreading threshold, reduced leach rate of leaching cells and reduce their biomass storage back to 1. Overhealed cells lose health less quickly. Sticky cells now lose stickiness more quickly, but now share stickiness with neighboring sticky cells. Rebirth is now limited to parts that detach within the past 20 seconds. There are now new biomes, which is pretty cool. Good luck finding them. I'm not showing them in this video. Modified algorithm for biome connection and placement. The third biome now has some patches of non-lava walls. Cells no longer instantly die when the creature they belong to dies. Added heat shimmer effect for lava walls. Added shockwave distortion from explosions and adjusted explosion vision to make the radius more clear. New visual effect for background in certain particles. This can be turned off in video settings. I love the visual effects for the new backgrounds and stuff. It's so flowy now. It's amazing. Anyway, there's a bunch of bug fixes and miscellaneous that I'm not going to read. You can read it. It's up on screen now. Anyway, I think this update is amazing. I can't wait to see what creatures get added into the game with the new cells that we now have access to. And thank you all so much for watching or listening to me yap on about this update. And I'll see you in whatever future video you come back to. Hopefully, if you come back.